We want to continue with what we started yesterday on how a person wants to be able or has to be able to want to do the will of Hashem. So he writes in Sheva Yipol Tzadik V'Kam in Perek Gimel. He says, "Ubechol ed yirtzeh rak l'kayem mitzvot Hashem u'rotzono belo shum cheshbonot," like we mentioned yesterday. At every single moment, a person wants to try to fulfill Hashem's mitzvot and His will without any calculations. Now he's going to give us certain calculations from Avram Avinu v'chulu to see what it really means to serve Hashem without any cheshbonot. V'keyadua al Avraham Avinu she'iskim lahashlich atzmo likivshan ha'esh. Like it is known with Avram Avinu that he agreed to be thrown into the furnace, correct? Av she'al yidei zeh lo yimishi farsem et shemo shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu ba'olam. Even because of this, if he's going to be thrown in and he dies chas v'shalom, who's going to make Hashem's name known? Who? Nobody. And still he was willing to do what? Throw himself into the furnace. And so too he agreed to slaughter, sacrifices or slaughter his son. Like you guys know, there were a lot of times in those times they used to send their children to their gods of Molech. And Avram Avinu would always scream at them and say that this is wrong. You're not allowed to send your children to these gods. It's Avodah Zarah. And now he himself is doing it. So he says, "V'ka'ed hu atzmo," second, and now he's doing it himself. Ve'en chil Hashem gadol mizeh, Rabbi Yisai. There's no greater chil Hashem than this. When you say something and you're a hypocrite, and still Aaron, what do? Ach lo asa shum cheshbon v'lo chashav klum. He didn't do any calculation and he didn't think anything. Ki yada shezeh ratzon Hashem, because he knew that this is the will of Hashem, to go ahead and to go into the furnace or to slaughter his son Yitzchak. V'kol sheken, Rabbi says to this, we bring Avram Avinu, how much more so us? How many of us have these tests, chas v'shalom? How many of us? He says, V'kol sheken legabeinu, she'en lanu cheshbonot elu, we do not have these calculations. Lolen, who has to go slaughter their son, chas v'shalom? Who has to be thrown into a burning furnace? Tzrichim anu ladad, we need to know, Rabotai, shechayavim lahafil et haratzon la'avodat Hashem. We are obligated to do everything that it comes to the will of doing the service of Hashem. V'yeda she'im kach Hashem rotzeh, kach tzarich la'asod, Rabotai. If this is what Hashem wants from me right now, this is what you have to do. I want to do, I don't want to do, it's not fitting for me, it's not befitting. Rabotai, what does Hashem want you to do? This is how does one know if he has Yiras Shamayim or not? Like Rav Chaim Igal always brings down. You ask yourself, Shavit Hashem l'negdi tamid. If what I'm doing now, does Hashem want me to do it? You get the answer, yes, be my guest. You get the answer, yes, no, you know what to do. V'kol retzona u'sh'if'atov yir'ach v'rak la'asot ratzon Hashem. A person's whole being, his whole aspiration, should only try to be and do what? Is try to come and do the will of Hashem. Rabotai, if you guys ever look into Siman Reish Lamed Aleph, I don't know how many people actually even get to that Siman. It's a very beautiful siman. It's one whole halakha where it speaks about over there that shekol kavanatav yuhu l'shem shamayim, that all your actions should be mamash l'shem shamayim. Everything is a very big madrega, but it's brought down in Siman Reish Lamed Aleph. It's one big halakha. You see with the Rabotai what it means to serve Hashem for His sake. He continues over here and he says like this, guys, listen to this carefully. Rabotai, how many people say I can't do it, I don't want to do it? How many times we say do not say anything negative, correct? Because you're causing negative damage and we don't even know it. Listen to what the Maharsha says. V'davar zeh mevuar b'Maharsha b'Makot Daf Yud Amud Bet. Shemiratzona shel ha'adam, from the will of a person, nivraim malachim, angels are born. Mikoach machshavoto rutzono, from the machshava that you already think, Rabbi Yisai, and from the will that you have, you're causing angels. You imagine this? Angels. Rabbi said, but here's a secret. Vehem hem hamisayim lo likayem et oto davar she'oseh achri ken. Those machshavot that you had the will to do, those angels are going to come. Mamash, they're going to help you to be able to do that thing. You guys ready for this? So when a person says, I cannot do it, what did you just do? You had machshavot that created angels. Angels are not going to do anything. So then you wonder why I can't do it. Right? A person wants to wake up early in the morning. Rabbi, man, not for me, man. Listen, I just can't do it. I go to sleep 9 o'clock. I just can't do it. It's too much for me. 6 hours is not enough. 8 hours is not enough. It's too much. Rabotai, the fact that I cannot do it, automatically you're already putting yourself under the bus. Put it like that. You have to be able to say, I can do it. Once I can do it, you create malachim with that will. You'll see in the morning, those angels are going to be able to help you get out of bed like a piece of cake. Ube'emet Rabotai, he says, and in truth, davar zeh muvar b'Zohar Kodesh. Behedi, this is brought down in Zohar Kodesh openly. She'eiz ratzon she'adam mechaven bo ba'olam hazeh. Any ratzon, any will that a person wants to do in this world, anything you want to do in this world, ken mamshich alav ruach milamayla. They're going to give you, they're going to draw to you a special spirit from above. Ke'en oto haratzon shenidbak bo. Something to what your ratzon, what will you had in your mind, in order for it to attach to you. V'ikar davar talui b'diburu b'maseh u'beratzon litabek bo. Rabotai, everything's dependent on your mouth, your action, and your will, Rabotai. A person has to have a will to do it. And that's time saying, I want to do it, I don't want to do it, Rabotai. You're not going to do it, we know you're not going to do it, Rabotai. We don't want to hear you're not going to do it. We want to hear you're going to be able to do it. That's a lot of times when you have people, they say, I can't. Don't say I can't. Say I don't want to. Just say I don't want to. That's it, finish. I teach my kids all the time. Don't tell me you cannot. There's no such thing as you cannot. You can. It's just you don't want to. That's a different story. You don't want to. That's already your problem. Ugimora arucha hi b'kiddushin. It's a long Gemara in Kiddushin, Masech Kiddushin, Daf Lamed Amud Bet. She'avla pedech chatat roves. Rabotai, let's do this carefully. Even at the door, the sin crouches, meaning it waits to bring us down. Every moment, the sin always waits to bring us down. V'chen maso matuno becha. Rabotai, the Yetzer Hara, his whole business is only you to try to bring you down. That's all his whole business is. Mikol makom raboisai. Nevertheless, im ata rotzeh, if you want, ata moshebo. If you want, you're going to be able to rule over him. There's no such thing that you cannot do. You could do it. That's only if you want. Sherimah, like the pasuk says, v'atatim shobo. Even though the Yetzer Hara, the Satan waits to make you sin, but if you have the desire to overcome it, you're going to overcome it, believe me. And I'll tell you something, one of the biggest problems today is, people come up to me, Rabbi, say, unfortunately, listen, people have a lot of challenges, some married men, some not married men, with the avon, pagamaprit, Rabotai. I can't do it. Of course, once you say you cannot do it, you're not going to do it, Rabotai. But if you put yourself together, I could do it, and I'm going to do it. Rabotai, you will see, just by doing that automatically, you'll see how it's going to help you, Rabbi said. A person has to be able to do. That's what he say. Whenever you want to fight, why did they put mouthpieces for the bag? Why did they put mouthpieces for the people? Besides breaking the teeth, why did they put gloves? Why did they prepare them in a way that they're going to fight? You know why? Because those things motivate them to be better and bigger. Rabotai, the way you behave, the way you talk, the way you think, has a very big effect on how you're going to be able to do whatever you want to do. And he says over here, Rabbi Say, in the Or HaChaim, he added, he says, Rabotai, anybody has a will that he's going to be able to do it, in the end he's going to be successful. Rabotai, one more minute, guys. This is the sign when you're able to go and I want, and you'll be successful. This is the sign that Hashem loves you. This is how you know in this world, Rabotai, that Hashem loves you. Now I want to tell you I read a long story, or maybe I even heard it a long time ago. There was a story of a grandmother. There was a child, I don't know if it was a grandson or somebody, was stuck under a car. I don't know if you guys remember the story. She was able to lift the car and take the child underneath the car. You guys remember this or no? Besides, guys, listen to this carefully. When they came to interview her, they asked her, how did you get all the strength? Man, you take 10 of us, I don't know if we're going to be able to pick up that car. She started crying. They asked her, why are you crying? We ask you a simple question. She said, you don't understand. At the age I am now, I asked myself one question. All those years when I was young and I said, I can't. What would have been if I said I could and I can and I would have done it? Would have I lived my life to the fullest, yes or no? Probably yes. So this moment when I picked up the car, it makes me regret, maybe I didn't live my life to the fullest, Rabotai. When it comes to serving Hashem, live your life to the fullest. When you go at night to sleep, you say, Hashem, I gave you my all. Tomorrow is the new day. Baruch Adonai L'Olam. Amen v'amen. Rabbi Chanan ben Akash